Welcome once again to the Winning Hoops video series. I'm Michael Podol, managing editor of Winning Hoops. Since 1986, Winning Hoops has been helping coaches at all levels of competition to increase their coaching knowledge and to help them win more games. In this edition of the video series, we're going to show you some of the best set plays to attack man-to-man defenses. Now, the plays that you're about to see today were submitted to Winning Hoops from coaches at the college, high school, and even the professional level. So get ready for some set plays that'll attack those man-to-man defenses, will help your team light up the scoreboard, and lead you to some big-time W's next season. This play is called Hoosier for 3 points, and it was submitted to Winning Hoops by Eddie Sutton, head men's coach at Oklahoma State University in Stillwater, Oklahoma. In the initial set, your ball handler is at the top, and the player you want shooting the three-pointer is set up in the right wing area. Your two best rebounders should be set up on the left-hand side, with one on the left low block and one on the left wing. The ball handler dribbles to the right side of the floor. The low block player on the right side pops up and sets a screen for the wing player. The player on the right wing uses the screen and breaks towards the basket. The player continues to cut along the baseline and comes off staggered screens and pops behind the opposite three-point line. The ball handler throws a skip pass to the player coming off the double screens and shoots a three-pointer. The two lowest screeners will then be in good position to crash the boards. If any defender switches or helps, the nearest screener steps back and he or she will be wide open for a shot.
Adam makes sure to run his guy off 3 screens, take a look at it, and knock it down. Good.
This play is called Michigan, and it was submitted by Greg Zeller of Concord High School in Concord, Michigan. 1 dribbles to the right, 2 flashes to the wing, 1 passes to 2, 4 flashes to the ball side elbow, 5 replaces 4, and 3 breaks out beyond the three-point arc. 2 passes to 4, then follows the pass and cuts to the opposite block to screen for 5. 3 follows 2's cut and breaks out to the corner. 4's options are 5 coming off of 2's screen, 3 in the corner, or 1 for the three-point shot. If there's no open shot, 1 may restart the offense. And a coaching point, 5 will be open often and can receive a low bounce pass from 4. This is very effective against a man-to-man that chases instead of switches.
Good. Good.
This play is called Triangle Baseline, and it was submitted by Alan Gaynor of Jefferson Davis Community College in Brewton, Alabama. This is an effective multi-option addition to a triangle offense. 1 passes to 3 and shallow cuts to the right corner. 5 dives to the ball side post and 2 slides over for the reversal. 3 makes a baseline pass to 1 and cuts all the way through the lane. 3 keys 5 to set a ball screen for 1. 2 stays at the top of the key and 4 remains above the weak side wing area. While 5 sets a ball screen for 1, 4 simultaneously sets a flare screen for 2. 1 looks to either score, dish off to 5 on a roll, or kicks the ball to 2 for a three-point shot.
go. Good. There you go. Good.
This play is a 4-high quick hitter, and it was submitted to Winning Hoops by Tubby Smith, the head men's coach at the University of Kentucky in Lexington, Kentucky. In this play, 4 should be your best post-up player. 1 brings the ball down the floor, and your team sets up in a 1-4 high set. 4 and 5 set up at the elbows, while 2 and 3 station themselves behind the three-point circle on opposite sides at the free throw line extended. 1 passes to 2, who cuts to the ball. 4 and 5 crisscross, and both break down to the opposite low blocks. 2 immediately looks to get the ball to 4, posting up on the low block. 1 cuts to the weak side behind the three-point circle. 5 breaks up to the top of the key. 2 initiates a quick ball reversal by passing to 5, who immediately swings the ball to 1. 3 breaks toward the basket and sets a screen for 4, who rolls to the ball side block. 1 looks to pass to 4, posting up on the block.
Good. Good.
This play is called Staggers, and it's from Dave Furman, head boys coach, Bradford Area High School, Bradford, Pennsylvania. The post players, 4 and 5, line up on the left low block, while the wing players, 2 and 3, position themselves on the high post at the right elbow. 1 brings the ball up and dribbles to the right. 2 breaks to the top of the key off 3's down screen. 1 passes to 2. As the ball is in the air, 4 steps into the lane and then uses 5's screen and clears to the weak side wing area. 2 reverses the ball to 4. As the ball is being reversed, 3 steps up and screens for 1, who uses the screen and breaks to the ball side low block. After making the pass, 2 sets a down screen for 3, who curls to the top of the key. 5 breaks wide to the corner. 4 passes out to 3 at the top of the key. 1 steps to the short corner and sets a screen for 5, who rolls into the lane. 3 looks to hit 5 rolling to the basket. If that option isn't available, you can transition smoothly into your motion offense. Coaching note: if 1 dribbles to the left, the stack should simply invert, with 4 and 5 sitting up at the high post and 2 and 3 sitting up in the low post.
Cut hard. Yeah. Good. Bring in some defense. Couple things. Make sure we come off the high side of that screen, James. Don't even go to this corner. And then, James, when you set that screen, let's make sure it's outside the paint so we can get some separation.
Here's a good screen the screener play, and it was submitted by Rob Judson, the head men's coach at Northern Illinois University in DeKalb, Illinois. 1 dribbles the ball from the right side of the floor toward the middle, coming off an on-the-ball screen set by 4 at the top of the key. 5 rolls across the lane to the ball side, mirroring the movement of 1. 2 breaks up to the top and sets a back screen for 4, using screen the screener action. 4 curls around 2's screen, rolls to the basket, and looks for the lob pass from 1. If the lob pass isn't available, then 4 should work to post up on the weak side low block. If the initial lob pass wasn't available, then 2 steps out and receives a pass from 1. 2 looks to throw an entry pass to 4 in the low post for a post-up scoring opportunity. Here's a man-to-man offense to create a mismatch, and it was submitted by Greg Goodwin from Absegami High School in Absecon, New Jersey. 1 dribbles to a position opposite 5. 2 screens across, hoping for a switch by the defenders. 1 looks to 5 on the box for a possible post-up scoring opportunity. If 5 doesn't get the ball, 3 and 4 set staggered screens for 2, who comes to the top of the key looking for a jumper or a drive to the hoop. If 2 doesn't have the outside shot, then your team is in a highly valuable screen down, screen across situation.
Good. Let's put some defense on it. Good. Post up hard. We can get a good look at the hoop.
Slant is a 1-3-1 quick hitter that was submitted to Winning Hoops by Gene Cady, the former head men's coach at Purdue University in Lafayette, Indiana. Coach Cady is also a member of the Winning Hoops editorial advisory board. This play is run out of a 1-3-1 set with 1 bringing the ball up. 3 and 2 are lined up wide on each wing, 5 is positioned on the left elbow, and 4 is set up on the left low block. 3 V-cuts toward the basket and pops back out to receive a pass from 1. After 1 passes, he or she cuts to the ball side corner. As this is happening, 5 breaks hard and sets a down screen for 4. 4 uses 5's screen and curls to the top to receive the pass from 3. 3 runs directly at 4 and takes a handoff from him or her. After securing the handoff, 3 curls around 4 and drives down the lane and toward the basket. 3 can either shoot a layup, dish to 5 sealing on the low block, or kick the ball out to 1 or 2 for a 3-pointer.
Okay, let's look at it against some defense here. And you can see what we're looking for, though. We're getting nice isolation there in the post. Good, all the way through. Down and look. Good, there we go.
Here's a man-to-man special that was submitted to Winning Hoops by Marty Gaughan, head boys coach at Benet Academy in Lisle, Illinois. Coach Gaughan is also a member of the Winning Hoops editorial advisory board. 1 has the ball and dribbles to the right. 4 sets a down screen for 5, who pops up to the top of the key. 2 screens the screener by breaking to the middle of the lane and sets a screen for 4, who rolls down to the strong side low block. 3 releases to the wing on the weak side. After setting the screen for 5, 2 fades down to the weak side low post. 1 passes to 5, who swings the ball quickly over to 3. As the ball is being reversed, 4 breaks up and sets an up screen for 5. 5 uses that screen and rolls hard toward the basket. 3 looks to hit 5 on the lob pass. If the lob pass isn't there, 2 rolls back along the baseline off staggered screens set by 5 and 1. 3 passes to 4, and 4 quickly reverses the ball to 2 for a quick catch and shoot coming off the staggered screens.
Good. Let's take a look at it with some defense. Step over into it. Good.
Here's a quick hitting lob play submitted by Les Wilson, basketball coach at Washington High School in Washington, Indiana. From a 1-2-2 set, 3 and 2 each break to the free throw line extended on their respective sides. 1 passes to 3 and cuts to the ball side corner behind the 3-point line. 4 breaks wide to the weak side corner, while 5 pops to the top. 3 passes to 5, who quickly reverses the ball to 2. As the pass is in the air going toward 2, 3 quickly cuts up and sets a back screen for 5. 5 curls around the screen and breaks hard toward the basket. 2 throws a lob pass to 5 for a scoring opportunity.
Okay, all right, here we go. Good, get a good angle. Zip it right past that defender's ear as he's worrying about one of our best shooters. We'll zip it right by his ear when he cuts hard to the hoop.
Here's a good set play versus man-to-man defense submitted by Paul Combs, the University of Wisconsin-Platteville head men's coach at Platteville, Wisconsin. You can start this play in either a box set or double low stack depending on how you'd like your screening action to take place. 1 has the ball on top, while 3 and 2 crisscross and pop behind the three-point line on opposite sides. 1 enters the ball to either side, depending on which side of the floor you'd like the play to be run from. After passing to 3, 1 breaks down to the weak side corner. 4 pops up and sets a screen for 3. 3 uses 4's screen and dribbles toward the top of the key. 1 and 5 sets staggered back screens across the lane for 4. 4 uses the screens and cuts to the post on the left side. As this is happening, 3 passes to 2 on the left wing. 3 and 5 break down and set staggered screens for 1, who uses the screens and pops to the top of the key. 2 hits 1 for a quick 3-point shot at the top. If no shot is available, 5 seals the closest defender, while 3 fades behind the 3-point line on the right side and looks for a quick ball reversal pass from 1 for a 3-pointer.
Good, run him off, run him off. Good. Good, run him off, run him off. Good.
This play is called 1-4-RIP, and it was submitted to Winning Hoops by Von Reed, who's an advanced scout for the NBA's Orlando Magic in Orlando, Florida. 1 passes to 2 on the right wing and makes a UCLA cut to the basket off 5's screen and sets up on the ball side block. 2 immediately looks to hit 1 cutting to the basket. 4 pops out to the top. 5 steps over and sets an on-the-ball screen for 2. 2 sets the defender up as if he or she is going to drive to the basket, but then uses the screen and dribbles back to the top of the key. 1 steps out and sets a screen for 5, who rolls back from setting the screen for 2 and cuts along the baseline and goes to the opposite low block. 2 passes to 4, who quickly passes to 3 on the left wing. 3 hits 2 coming to the low block.
No, we're posting up on that. Good, let's put some defense on it. Remember, get a good angle on that screen. And that pass there, Adam, it's kind of a read. Let him get to where he's set and feels comfortable. Start off with a good V-cut. Come on here with the UCLA. Find that man, find him. Good. Right there.
Here's a quick number offense submitted by Bill Coons from Cloquet High School in Cloquet, Minnesota. The quick number offense is easy to run, and you can dictate which player takes the shot. Coach Kuntz has used it as a change of pace offense against a tight man-to-man defense. This offense is also very hard for your opponents to prepare for and scout. The players set up in any formation as 1 dribbles the ball across half court and calls out a number from 1 to 5. These would be position numbers. When a player's number is called, 4 in this example, all the other players set screens for 4. 4 works hard to get open and receives a pass from 1. If 4 can't get open or doesn't have a good shot opportunity, he or she passes back to 1 and cuts back door. Once again, all the other players screen 4's defender or any defenders who may switch to help on 4. 4 receives a pass as he or she comes off the multiple screens and looks for a good shot. Here's a quick hitter out of a flex set, and it was submitted to Winning Hoops by Gary Williams, head men's coach at the University of Maryland in College Park, Maryland. This play is run out of the flex set with 2 and 3 lined up down low on opposite sides of each low block, and 5 set up in the wing area on the right side. 1 has the ball on top, while 4 sets up high behind the three-point line on the left wing area. 5 makes a V cut toward the basket and sets an on-the-ball screen for 1, who dribbles to the right side wing area. 5 and 1 run a pick and roll game on the right side, while 2 and 4 set staggered screens for 3 cutting from the ball side low block and curling up to the weak side elbow. If no shot is available on the pick and roll between 1 and 5, 1 quickly passes to 3 at the weak side elbow for a quick jump shot.
Good. And let's go ahead and run it against the defense. Adam, I want you to curl right in for a little elbow jumper on that. Anytime we have that pick and roll, you can go ahead and go right to the hoop. Here we go. Good. Good screens. Okay.
Here's a set play from a 1-4 low set sent in by Mike Ingram, the head men's coach at Lansing Community College in Lansing, Michigan. This play is run from a 1-4 low set with 4 and 5 set up at each low block, while 2 and 3 are positioned in each baseline corner. 1 brings the ball up and delivers the pass to 4 at the elbow. 2 serves as the safety on this play and can break to the top at any time. 1 cuts behind 4 and sets up on the ball side block. 5 pops up to the weak side elbow and receives a pass from 4. 2 serves as the safety and 3 remains in the corner on the baseline. You now have a slight overload situation with 3, 1, and 4 on the weak side. 3 makes a baseline cut to the basket coming off the screen set by 1. 5 looks to hit 3 on the cut to the basket. If 3 isn't open, 4 breaks down and sets a screen for 1, who comes off the screen and receives the pass from 5 for a 3-point shot at the top. Both 3 and 4 are in good rebounding position on the low blocks. Once again, 2 serves as a safety player and can get back on defense in transition if the long rebound leads to a break.
Good. Popeye. Go through, James. A little fake. Good. If we got that cutter, hang on for a second. Let's go 5-on-0 one more time with that. Remember, on that handoff, so you're going to stay here closed. Let him come around, take a look at that handoff. You wait to pop up till they're done with the handoff. Okay? Good. Nothing there. Turn, make a pass. It's either there or we're V-cutting hard, getting a good shot there, James. Defense, come on out. Wait. Now we go. Good. Cut hard. Good.
This play is called Power, and it was submitted by Kyle Haney from Holmes High School in Covington, Kentucky. 1 dribbles to the wing. 2 sets a diagonal screen for 4, then continues up the lane looking for the ball reversal. 1 looks for 4, who posts up hard. If 5's defender helps out on 4, then 1 can go to 5 for high-low action or 3 on the duck in. If 4 is guarded, 1 reverses the ball to 2, who dribbles to the opposite wing. As this occurs, 3 sets a diagonal screen for 5 and continues up the lane and contributes to floor balance. If 5 is guarded, 2 reverses the ball to 3. You're now in a 1-2-2 set and can begin most man-to-man offenses.
Good. There we go. Hard with the dribble, go screen up. Bring them across. Good. And again, let's get a good angle on that screen so you're going to the hoop. Here we go. There we go. Up, up, up. Come on hard, Adam. Good.
Here's a good man-to-man play called Duo. It was submitted to Winning Hoops by Rhonda Farney, who is the head girls coach at Georgetown High School in Georgetown, Texas. 4 and 5 set up on the opposite low blocks, while 2 and 3 line up wide on the wings. 1 has the ball on top. 5 cuts up and receives a pass from 1. 3 cuts to the basket along the baseline and winds up in the ball side corner behind the three-point line. 2 pops up to the top toward 5. 1 cuts to the weak side corner. 4 flashes up hard to set a screen for 5, who rolls around 4's screen and drives to the basket. 4 and 5 run pick and roll action in the paint. If the defense collapses, they should look to throw it into either corner for a three-point shot by 1 or 3.
Good. Let's put some defense on it. And our 5-man, if you can get that with the left hand, just go right to the hoop. Good. Good. Go to the rack hard.
Here are 2 box set plays by Mac McCarthy, who is the former head men's coach at Virginia Commonwealth University in Richmond, Virginia. For option 1 of the play, 1 dribbles to the right side, while 4 and 5 set a double screen for 3 just below the foul line. 2 slides over into the lane and sets a screen for 3. 3 reads the defense and uses the screen that he or she feels will get the best open look and comes hard off the screen, looking for a pass from 1 and a quick shot. For option 2, 1 dribbles to the right while 2 cuts along the baseline and curls up behind the three-point line on the weak side. 4 replaces 2 on the low block, while 5 pops to the top and replaces 1. 3 sets a cross screen in the lane for 4, who uses the screen and posts up on the weak side low block. 1 passes to 5 on top, and 5 quickly swings the ball over to 2. 2 can either shoot a quick three-point shot or dump it down low to 4 for a post-up scoring opportunity.
Good. Okay, put some defense out here on us. Good.
This play is called 1-4 circle, and it's a great play to run to your best scorer. It was submitted to Winning Hoops by Mark Zacher, who's an assistant women's coach at Mount St. Mary's College in Emmitsburg, Maryland. The play begins from a 1-4 high set. In this example, 2 will be your best score. The play can be run from either side of the floor, with the movement simply mirroring what is in the diagram. 1 dribble enters the ball to the right wing area. On the dribble entry, 2 sets up his or her defender by walking to the elbow and then sprints off 5 and cuts to the ball side box. If the defender is trailing 2, It usually results in a quick pass and catch from 1 for a layup. If the initial layup opportunity isn't there, 1 looks to enter the ball into 2, posting up in the low post. If the entry pass to 2 is unavailable, then 5 pops out to the top and receives a pass from 1. If 2's defender has fronted the post from the previous diagram, then 2 is in a great position to pin and seal the defender inside for a quick scoring opportunity on the pass from 5. If the pin and seal option isn't available, then 3 and 4 break down from the weak side and set a double screen for 2, who rolls around the double screen and curls to the weak side wing area. 5 hits 2 for a quick jump shot.
Walk. Good. Post hard. Not there. Good. Come off the double. A little jump shot. Okay. Let's put some defense on it. Good. Walk him down. Post hard. Not there. Comes off a little double screen for a jumper. Good.
Here's a man-to-man play called Pop, and it's a post clear-out, submitted to Winning Hoops by Brad McGee, head boys coach at Liberty High School, Mountain View, Missouri. This is a good play if you have a quick post player who can attack the basket. 1 begins with a dribble entry on the right side of the floor. 4, who's set up at the top of the key, breaks toward 1 and sets an on-the-ball screen. 1 uses the screen and continues to dribble to the left side. 5 steps out and sets a screen for 3, who runs all the way along the baseline to the opposite corner. 4 rolls to the basket after screening for 1. 1 looks for a good pick and roll opportunity with 4. Notice that the left side of the floor is now overloaded with 2 and 3 set up behind the 3-point line and 4 on the left low block. 5 pops out from the right low block to the right wing area. 1 passes to 5. With the right side of the floor cleared out, 5 can now attack the basket and try to score. If the defense slides over to give 5's defender help, 4 should look to slide to the basket and receive a pass from 5, or be in good position to grab a rebound on a missed shot.
Good. Shot fake. Good. Let's put some defense on that. Shot fake. Good. Go to the hole.
This play is called Side 2 or Side 3, and it was submitted to Winning Hoops from Franj Fraschilla, former head men's coach at St. John's University. 3 curls off 5's screen into the lane and pops out. 4 moves towards 1 as 1 dribbles to the left. 2 comes off 5's screen and looks for the shot in the corner or a pass to 5 in the post. The offense resets as 2 passes back to 1, who passes to 4 at the top. The same inside and outside passing options are available as in the previous option. 5 cuts back into position and resets baseline continuity.
Okay, they play good defense on the first time. It's not there. Now we're going opposite. Clear out. Looking for a little jumper right in there. Okay, let's see that against some defense. James, you're going to have to make the read, find the open man, all right? Good.
Here's a set play called Power, and it was submitted by Gary Barnes, the head boys coach at Calhoun County High School in Calhoun, Georgia. 2 and 4 set up on the left side of the top of the key extended, 2 wide and 4 at the left lane extended, and 5 and 3 set up on the right side with 5 on the low block and 3 in the corner. 1 makes a dribble entry to the left side while 4 pops out and sets a screen for 2. 2 V-cuts, uses 4's screen and breaks to the right side. 1 passes to 2 on the right wing. 5 pops out and sets a screen for 3 who makes a flex cut along the baseline and goes over the top of the screen. 4 pops out to the top on the left side. 2 looks to feed 3 for a quick score cutting to the basket. After setting the screen for 3, 5 rolls and seals on the ball side block looking for a post feed from 2. 1 and 4 are on top on the left side, and 3 sets up on the weak side low block. If the post-up opportunity to 5 is not available, then 5 quickly breaks to the weak side elbow, 3 cuts wide to the weak side corner, and 1 breaks to the top of the key. 2 now has isolation to try and score one-on-one against his or her defender. If that option isn't available, you can either run the play to the other side or go into your motion offense.
Good. Good. And go ahead and go all the way over, because if he doesn't have that lane, we're going to set a screen for Nick and we're bringing him over here. Okay, let's put some defense on that. Good. Good. And we just create a little space for somebody who should be one of our better drivers on that.
Here's a 1-4 low play with options, submitted by Raymond Townsend, who's the retired head men's coach at Menlo College in San Jose, California. 1 dribbles left, reads the defense, and tries to draw them toward him or her on that side of the floor. 4 pops out and sets a back screen for 2, who uses the screen and cuts along the baseline toward the basket. 2 must time the cut so that he or she is in the middle of the lane as 1 begins dribbling to the left side of the floor. 3 and 5 set staggered screens diagonally for 2 as 2 comes through the lane. 2 uses the screens and pops behind the 3-point arc on the weak side. After setting the screen, 5 rolls around 3 and curls into the middle of the lane. 1 looks to hit 5 rolling to the basket or throws a skip pass to 2 on the weak side for a 3-point shot.
Read it. Let's see. Let's go ahead and take a look at it first, just coming and shooting right up the middle. And the big thing is here is our point guard's going to have to do a good job of keeping an eye on things. Let's go ahead and do that same thing now, but a little fake up the middle, getting your defense off you, and then you'll come off the stagger. James, you got to run with him then. Good, and we get a good look at a 3 there. Bring some defense out here. Good, and you got to read those screens. It's a good flare cut there.
Here's a play called push down, which is a back cut for a layup. It was submitted by Coach Kevin Wenzel from West Central High School in Francisville, Indiana. 3 and 4 set a staggered screen for 2. 1 dribbles toward 2, who is coming off the double screen. 5 steps out and calls for the ball, then back cuts toward the hoop. 1 fakes a pass to 2, and then hits 5 on the back cut for a layup.
Ryan, really set him up by planting hard. Step out, show him your hand, plant hard. Good, we're going. Good, let's go ahead and walk through that one more time. Let it happen a little slower for you, James, all right? Jump stop. Ryan, walk him all the way up to the 3-point line. Walk him up to the 3-point line, then cut hard and come down. There it is, right there. Good.
Here's a play called Pop and Shuffle and was submitted to Winning Hoops by Sonny Smith, the former head men's coach at Auburn University in Auburn, Alabama. 5 pops out and receives the pass from 1. 2 back screens for 4, who cuts down the lane. 1 screens away for 3, who goes to the top. 3 receives the pass from 5. If they choose to reverse the ball, then 5 shuffle cuts off a screen by 4. If they choose not to reverse, then 4 or 2 are the logical receivers.
Good. Okay, let's put some defense out on you. Good, set a good screen down there, James. Good. Make sure on that we want to wait for our cut. Wait for our cut there.
This play is called Horns, and it was sent in by Trevor Gleason, who's the head men's coach of the Sioux Falls Skyforce of the CBA in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. The object of this play is to get the ball into the post or to your best offensive player in the post. If there is a weak defender or if a certain player is in foul trouble, this is a good play to call. 1 has the ball at the top of the key. 4 and 5 are positioned at the top near the 3-point circle. 2 and 3 are in the corners. 4 and 5 begin by setting a double screen for the ball handler. 1 comes off the double screen and dribbles right. After setting the screen, 5 rolls toward the basket. 4 steps out to the top of the key. 1 looks to throw a lob pass to 5 or reverses the ball back to 4. Here's a counter to the play. 4 also looks to lob the ball into the post. If that option isn't open, he or she should swing the ball to 3 in the corner. 3 looks to throw the ball inside to 5. 5 must try to keep the defender on his or her back while rolling to face 3's side. Here's a second counter to the play. If 4 is denied the ball at the top of the key, 1 can pass to 3 in the opposite corner. 5 then tries to seal the defender in the post.
Good. Turn, open up and seal. Good. Good. Always on that pick and roll. First option is going to be that guard looking for it first. Then we got the roll man. If that's nothing's there, good. Perfect. And that's the exact read. If that defense is on the high side, we hit him. Let's go ahead and go one more time. This time defense, let's make sure we play the low side so that we can look to seal him on that. Those are all 3 reads that we'll have on this play. Play the low side. Good. We just got 4 out, 1 in, look. Good.
This play is called Dive, and it was sent to Winning Hoops by Tubby Smith, the head men's coach of the University of Kentucky in Lexington, Kentucky. In the initial set, 1 has the ball to the side. 5 lines up on the ball side block. 2 sets up at the ball side corner. 4 sets up at the top of the key. And 3 goes to the weak side wing area behind the 3-point line. 1 dribbles left to the top of the key. 5 breaks across the lane and sets a screen for 3. 4 dives hard to the basket. 1 passes to 3. 3 has the go-ahead to shoot a quick 3-pointer if open. If 3 isn't open, 3 and 5 should run a pick-and-roll game. If the pick-and-roll isn't open, 1 and 4 set a double screen near the elbow, and 2 comes off the screen and receives a pass from 3. 2 looks for a quick 3-point shot.
Good. Let's put some defense on it. Good. Make sure you V-cut to get open. Set a good screen. Good. And that's one of the good things, too. When we set that double screen, if we do miss a shot, we should have an active rebounder going right to the hoop.
Here's a good quick hitter out of a stack. It was sent in by Nate Weber, who's the head boys coach at Nottingham High School in Hamilton, New Jersey. Initially, look for a quick hit option for one of the guards coming off the double screen. If there is no shooting option, the guard and forward screen across the lane for the opposite forward. If the forward isn't open, the forward and guard set screens for the player at the bottom of the stack. It is very important that the players step back after they set their screens.
Good. And again, that's just the decision maker up there. Has to decide which way he wants to go. Here we go, defense. Good. Roll off of it. Good. Get a good post up on that. Again,
Here's a quick score play that's good to run against an aggressive man-to-man defense. It was sent in by Ken Phillips of North Surrey High School in Mount Airy, North Carolina. 1 dribbles and passes to the wing. 5 sets a back screen for 1. 3 looks for 1. As 1 comes off the back screen, 4 steps up to back screen for 5. 3 looks for 5 as a second option. If neither option is open, 3 reverses the ball to the top to 4. 4 should have an open 3-point shot or reverse the ball to 2, who looks to 1 posting up.
screen down. Good. Let's put some defense out there. Remember, this is against an aggressive man-to-man, so go ahead and overplay just a little bit on this. V-cut hard to get open. Right off of his butt. Good, Ryan. Good post. Good. And then post hard. Turn and seal. Good. Then you go away, and we got a nice guard to post screen. Good.
Here's a double screen special for 3 points. It was sent in by Chris Croft, who's the head men's coach at Martin Methodist College in Pulaski, Tennessee. Coach Croft is a member of the Winning Hoops Editorial Advisory Board. In the initial set, 4 and 5 line up at the weak side elbow. 1 has the ball on the right side. 2 sets a screen for 3, who breaks along the baseline to the opposite side. 4 and 5 set a double screen for 2, who pops to the top. 1 dribbles a few steps left and delivers the pass to 2. 3 remains near the baseline on the weak side. 1 sets a down screen for 3. 3 comes off the screen and pops behind the 3-point line. 2 passes to 3. 4 and 5 remain on the opposite block. 1 breaks hard along the baseline and comes off a double screen set by 4 and 5. 3 passes to 2, who quickly skip passes to 1 coming off the double screen. 1 receives the pass and shoots a 3-pointer.
Post, you're going to be real quick. As soon as he dribbles out, now stop, turn. There you go, right there. Try not to travel. There we go. Let's put some defense on that. Remember, always a good look when we're hitting the guy who's doing the initial screening. And James, you got to sell it hard, go with him, and then come back, get a good look. Good.
Here's a great play to end a quarter with. It's submitted to Winning Hoops by Andy Landers, the head women's coach at the University of Georgia in Athens, Georgia. This is a great scoring play to use at the end of a quarter or half. Out of the initial set, 1 handles the ball at the top of the key. 4 flashes to the free throw line. 1 passes to 2 and cuts to the ball side corner. 2 passes to 4 and cuts to the basket. 4 swings the ball to 3. 2 settles in on the ball side block. 5 sets a screen for 1 on the weak side. It's important that 1 takes his or her time and slowly walks toward the screen. 1 then explodes off the screen from 5 and bursts to the top of the key. 3 passes to 1, who looks for the quick shot. If 1 doesn't have a shot, 4 and 5 should break to the ball side block and set a double screen for 2. 2 comes off the screens and breaks up behind the weak side 3-point line. 1 hits 2 for the quick 3-pointer.
But let's go ahead and take a look here at our 1-man getting a quick shot. Zip that ball right in the high area. Good. Good. And let's go ahead, as we put the defense in, James, let's have you curl right into that elbow area and looking for a nice jump shot there. Good. Okay.
Here's a play called Seahawk. It was sent in by Layson Perkins, a coach at Cary High School in Cary, North Carolina. 1 passes to 5 stepping out. 2 and 4 move down to set a staggered screen for 3 cutting around to the weak side. 1 follows the pass for a fake handoff. 3 comes around the double screen and receives a pass from 5. 2 steps up and sets a back screen for 5. 3 throws a lob pass to 5.
Good. Fake the handoff. Look for it. At the same time, then remember, we're setting that back screen anyways because even if we're not looking for the lob, and that, 9 times out of 10 is probably going to be a shot for you, but now we got our best offensive rebounder going to the hoop hard on the weak side. All right, here we go. Go back up, screen. Good, good.
Here's a set play for a mismatch, sent in by Tom Ryder, former men's coach at Washington and Jefferson College in Washington, Pennsylvania. This is a play that incorporates spacing and the opportunity for a mismatch situation needed to give an offense a momentary quick-hitting advantage. In a 3-out, 2-low alignment, both players 4 and 5 are wide on the lane for spacing and isolation purposes. 1 passes to 2 and cuts to the ball side corner. 4 comes up to set a screen on the ball. As 2 dribbles off the screen, 1 cuts across the lane to screen for 5. 2 passes to 5 for a layup. If the post-up is not there, 4 screens for 1 for a jump shot. 3 spots up on the weak side for a possible skip pass from 2.
Go across, come on hard. Then we screen the screener. We could look for the 5 or we can look for our point guard. Let's see if we can make a shot here against some defense. Here we go. Good, all the way through. Now Nick comes up, come across James. Quickly, screen, good. And as many of those good screens as we can set, the harder it's going to be for the defense to get around that.
Here's a lob play, sent in by Keith Cooper, who's the head men's coach at St. Martin's College in Lacey, Washington. 4 pops out to the wing area and receives the pass from 1. 3 cuts to the corner off 5's baseline screen. 4 passes to 3 in the corner. 5 posts up on the ball side block. 1 sets a down screen for 2. 2 pops to the top of the key area. 4 V cuts and uses a screen by 1 to break toward the basket looking for the lob pass. 3 dribbles toward the screen to create the proper timing and then throws the lob pass to 4.
Nick, down screen. Come on back up, James. Good. Okay. Good, get on there hard. Quick, James. Good. Okay.
Here's a point guard special sent in by Coach Bill Agronin, head women's coach at Niagara University in Niagara, New York. This is a play specifically designed to try to exploit a poor defender who is assigned to guard the point guard. 3 and 2 set up on the low blocks. 4 and 5 set up wide on the wing areas. As 1 brings the ball up court, 4 and 5 break down and set screens for 3 and 2. 3 and 2 use the screens and curl to the wing areas on each side. This screening and curling action occupies the defense. 1, meanwhile, goes one-on-one with his or her defender and tries to break the defender down. By the time 1 reaches the foul line, he or she must make a decision on whether or not to drive all the way to the basket or pull up for a jump shot at the foul line. If the jump shot is taken, 4 and 5 roll to the basket and crash to the boards. If 1 does not have a good shot, or if the defense gives 1's defender help on the one-on-one drive, then 1 must look to hit the player who's left open. This leaves your team with either a good post entry to either 4 or 5, or an open 3-point shot on the kickout pass.
Good. Let's put some defense on that. Here we go. Good, right there. And the key is point guard blowing by that man off the dribble.
Here's a set play for a good post-up player, submitted by Gary Williams, the head men's coach at the University of Maryland in College Park, Maryland. Here's option 1. This is a good play to use if you have an effective post player and the defense starts overplaying the post. 1 comes up the right side of the floor and throws a pass to 2 on the left side. It's labeled as pass A. As this is happening, 5 pops to the right and sets a baseline screen for 3. 3 breaks to the basket, runs the baseline, and posts up on the left low block. At this point, it appears as if the play is being run to the left side. After setting the initial screen on the baseline, 5 rolls into the middle of the lane, 2 throws a return pass back to 1, labeled as pass B, as 5 makes a diagonal cut back to the right low block. 1 hits 5 down low for a post-up opportunity, labeled as pass C. Here's a second option. After you've successfully run option 1 a few times and the defense begins to sag on 5, you can run the same play only with a different twist. 1 passes to 2, labeled as pass A, at the top, while 3 starts to run the baseline to the left side of the floor. 3 stops in front of the hoop and reverses back to the right side of the floor. 5 rolls back to the low block and sets a back screen on 3's defender as 3 is reversing back to the right side. 2 passes back to 1, labeled as pass B, who quickly throws a pass to 3 in the corner for a 3-point shot. That's pass C.
You look at Ryan first, James. Remember, you're dribbling right at him. You're taking a look in there. That's not there. We hit hard. We go through. Come on, take a look. Nothing there. Good. Curl right around, knock down a shot. Defense, come on out. Adam, make sure we don't go until Nick gets that ball. Good. Get out of there, take a good look. Okay. Once he gets it, now we go. We're running with our wing. Good flare. And we just got to knock down a shot. Good.
Here's a play called Inside, and it's run out of a 1-4 high set, sent in by Ron Ashlaw of St. Patrick High School in Chicago, Illinois. 1 passes to 2 on the right wing and cuts to the ball side corner. 4 cuts to the basket and curls to the ball side low post. 5 makes a V cut to the middle and pops up top. 2 passes to 5 at the top. 4 and 3 slide down to the baseline and set staggered screens for 1. 1 cuts along the baseline to the opposite side. 5 quickly reverses the ball to 1. 3 settles in on the low block. 1 looks for a quick shot or an entry pass to 3 in the low post. If neither option is available, then 3 sets a cross screen in front of the basket for 4 cutting to the ball side low block. 5 breaks down and sets a down screen for 3 in the lane. 3 uses 5's screen and cuts to the top of the key. 1 passes to 4 on the low block or hits 3 on top.
V cut to get open. Good, not there. Coming across. Knock down a shot. Good. James comes on hard, gets out of there. Get a post, nothing there. Coming across. Good. Good.
20 series was submitted by Mike Moeller, who's basketball coach at Allen Hancock Junior College in Santa Maria, California. This series is run from a 1-2-2 set with the top 2 players lined up wide at the foul line extended. 1 brings the ball up as 5 down screens for 3. 3 uses the screen and pops out to receive the pass from 1. 5 breaks up from the low block and sets a back screen for 1. 1 makes a UCLA cut toward the basket. After setting the screen, 5 releases to the top at the right lane line extended and receives a pass from 3. 3 breaks down and sets a screen for 1, who curls off the screen and pops to the wing area. 4 flashes into the lane. 5's options are to pass to 1 first, then look to hit 4 flashing in the lane, or kick it to 2 on the weak side. If the pass goes to 2, 3 breaks to the top of the key, while 5 cuts toward the basket. 2 looks to hit 5 as he or she flashes to the basket or feeds 4 in the low post. If nothing is available, 2 can pass to 3 on top and reset the offense.
Here we go. Good. UCLA cut. Gets it. Good. We got everybody looking for the ball right there. Knock down a shot. Go ahead and shoot it. Nice, right up, fresh off the bench. Let's put some defense out here on it. Good. Start off with that screen. UCLA cut. Nothing there. Good. We can power that right in. Good.
Georgetown, submitted by Jimmy Brown, who's the former coach at Georgia Southern University in Statesboro, Georgia. Run this play to get a quick 2 points off a back screen, or get the same player a 3-point shot off of the screen for the screener action. Start in a 1-4 set with the 2 post players at the elbows of the foul line. 1 passes to 2 after 2 executes a V-cut. 4 sets a back screen for 1. 5 cuts to the opposite block, and 3 cuts to the top of the key. If 1 does not receive the ball off the back screen, 1 then sets a pick for 5. 4 pops out to the ball to receive the pass from 2. As soon as 1 sets the pick for 5, 1 then cuts up to the top of the key off the screen from 3. 4 can pass to 5, 1, or back to 2.
Good. Take a look at it. Screen away for our 5. It's fine all at the same time. Good. Turn, open up, post up. Fine. Here we go. Good. Go away. Then come set that good on-ball screen. Good. Knock it down.
This play is called Block Triangle and was sent into Winning Hoops by Rob Judson, the head men's coach at Northern Illinois University in DeKalb, Illinois. 1 passes to 2 on the right wing and immediately cuts to the weak side low block. 5 is set up on the ball side block, while 3 and 4 are positioned outside the 3-point line on the weak side. 1 breaks across the lane and sets a cross screen for 5, who cuts under the screen and breaks to the weak side block. At the same time, the ball is being reversed up top, with 2 passing to 4, who swings the ball to 3 on the left wing. 4 breaks toward the hoop and sets a down screen for 1. 1 uses 4's screen and pops to the top of the key. 3 can either shoot, feed 5 at the low post for a post-up opportunity, or pass to 1 for a 3-point shot from the top.
Good. Look at that right there. If nothing's there, we go up high. Good. Okay, little defense here. Good. Straight to that block. Reverse it. Get a good screen. Good. 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 Better yet. That's it. Looks good.
This play is called Weave for a 3-pointer and was sent in by Kenneth Edwards of Cox High School in Virginia Beach, Virginia. In this situation, the offense needs a quick hitter for a 3-pointer at the end of a quarter or game. This play works especially well against teams that switch on the dribble handoff. 1 executes a dribble handoff to 2 and fills 2's position on the wing. 2 immediately looks for the shot off the temporary screen by 1 on the handoff. If no shot is available, 2 executes a dribble handoff with 3, who immediately looks for the shot off the temporary screen set by 2. At the same time, 2 is cutting off a double screen set by 4 and 1 on the offside block. 3 should dribble across the top and look for 2 coming off the screen.
Good. Little dribble handoff. Good. Come with him hard then. Good. Find that man on the screen. Good screen. Knock down the shot. Good job.
Here's a play that has 2 options, called C down and C up, and was sent to Winning Hoops by Tubby Smith, the head men's coach at the University of Kentucky in Lexington, Kentucky. For the C down option, 1 dribble enters the ball to the right side. 4 breaks over and sets an on-the-ball screen for 1 on top and then rolls toward the basket. 1 uses 4's screen and dribbles across the top and toward the left side of the floor. 3 breaks down to the baseline corner, while 5 cuts up from the right side low post to the elbow. 1 looks to shoot the 3-pointer, hit 3 in the corner, pass to 4 rolling to the hoop, or throws a skip pass to either 5 or 2 cross court. For the C up version, this is the same play with the same player movements as C down, except that 4 V cuts as if he or she is rolling to the hoop and then pops back behind the 3-point line. 1 hits 4 for the 3-pointer.
Good. So this is our up. This is our up. Again, 4-man stepping back. Get him to overplay a little bit there, and we'll look for the 3-point shot from our big guy. Put the defense on it. Let's go ahead and go down first, all right? Down first. Go right with him. Good. Let's go ahead and run up. Same thing. Yep, so Matt's looking for the screen roll. Pops back. Knock it down.
Blue Devil Man Offense, submitted by Mark Zacher, the assistant women's coach at Mount St. Mary College in Emmitsburg, Maryland. This man offense, run from a 1-4 high set, makes use of the UCLA cut, a shuffle cut, and a staggered double screen for scoring options. From the 1-4 high set, the ball is entered to either wing on the pass from 1. After making the pass, 1 makes a UCLA cut off the ball side high post. 2 looks for 1 on the cut. After 1 makes the UCLA cut, the weak side post player, player 5, steps out top for the ball reversal and swings the ball to 3 on the wing. 2 makes a shuffle cut off 4 and goes to the ball side box. 3 looks for 2 in the low post. After 2 gets to the low post, 4 and 5 break down and set a staggered screen for 1 popping back out to the top of the key. 3 looks to hit 1 for a quick catch and shoot opportunity.
Good. Put some defense on it. Good. And that'll always be that first look. If we can get it, we'll take that look right there.
This play is called Yugo from a 1-4 high set, sent in by Pat Sullivan, who's the head men's coach at the University of St. Francis in Joliet, Illinois. 1 passes to 2 on the left wing area. The ball side post goes low and the opposite post moves to the high post. 1 steps toward the pass so that he or she can get a return pass. 2 passes back to 1. 1 dribbles toward 3 while 5 screens the middle man in the zone. 5 screens, steps out of the lane, then busts back into the lane when 4 receives a pass from 1. 5 does not set the screen until 1 is 2 dribbles beyond them. This allows for better timing on the screen. 4 must immediately go up for a jump shot but not shoot. Instead, he or she makes a jump shot pass to 5. This play works because the middle zone defender starts the block out as 4 begins the jump shot. 2 and 3 are outlet passers for 4 if 5 is not open. 5 must aggressively come toward the ball in front of the middle zone defender and look for the entry pass from 4.
Here we go. Good, get a good angle, turn, good. That's going to be probably the best look that we have off of that. Defense, come on in. Good, set a good screen on him. Good, then you can always come back. Excellent. Anytime we get that help down, that's good talk, we can dish right back out.
Here's a set play called Miami, and it was sent in by Joe Pitt, the head boys coach at Union High School in Union, South Carolina. 1 starts the play by passing to 2, then makes a high post cut off a screen from 4. At the same time, 3 takes his or her defender to the baseline. If 1 is not open, 2 passes to 4 and screens for 1 as 5 screens for 3. 4 has the option to pass to either 1 or 3.
Good, we got both of you coming off looking for shots. It's good. Good, excellent.
Wildcat, sent in by John Kimball, the former head boys coach at Crestview High School in Crestview, Florida. When 1 dribbles to the top of the key, 2 and 3 pop out to the wings at the free throw line extended. 4 breaks up to the elbow. 1 passes to either wing and scrapes off the high post pick and posts up on the block. If 1 is not open, 4 ball screens for 2 and then breaks toward the corner. 3 breaks to the block, then pops out top off 5's down screen. 5 then goes to the weak side corner. The defense should now be spread and 2 passes to 1 breaking into the lane for an isolation play.
Good, turn screen off of him. We got that look or we got that look right there. Okay, let's put some defense on it. Good, we got a look. Good. Excellent, good.
Carolina. This play was sent in by Rick Berger, the former men's coach at Westfield State College in Westfield, Massachusetts. This play offers numerous options, and as your players become more comfortable with it, they may find some options of their own. From the basic set, 1 dribble enters to the right wing. 2 comes around 4 and replaces 1 at the point. The ball is reversed from 1 to 2 to 3. When the ball reaches 3, 5 screens across for 4, who comes to the high post. After setting the screen, 5 comes back hard to the low post. After 4 and 5 overload the ball side of the floor, 1 sets a back screen for 2, who breaks to the basket looking for the backdoor pass from 3.
Dribbles you out, you run through, up the middle. Get that quick reversal, screen away, roll back high. Good, set it all up. Good, quick, roll high, get all the action going. Good, right there.
This play is called Crutch, and it was submitted by Eddie Sutton, the head men's coach at Oklahoma State University in Stillwater, Oklahoma. This play is run from a 2-3 high alignment with 1 bringing the ball up on either side of the floor. We'll run it to the right side in this scenario. The other guard stays up high and opposite the guard with the ball. The center lines up on the foul line in the middle, and the forwards stay wide at each wing. The point guard passes to the center at the foul line. While this is happening, both forwards break hard from the wing areas and cut to the basket. The center receives the pass and immediately looks to hit either forward streaking to the hoop. Once the forwards get to the low post, both guards become headhunters and quickly break to set screens on the forwards' defenders. The forwards curl around the screens and pop behind the three-point line on each side respectively. After setting the screens, both guards seal and curl into the lane. The center feeds the teammate with the best shot opportunity.
Okay, and again, timing's the issue here. Get it, backdoor hard. Not there, then we go set a screen down. Good, look for a jump shot. Okay, let's put some defense on that. Good, got that 5, backdoor, nothing there, go screen down. Good, right there, knock it down. There we go.
Here's a quick hitter for your point guard, and it was sent in by Jim Sadelin, the former head men's coach at Duquesne University in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Currently, Coach Sadelin is the National Director of the NABC's Coaches vs. Cancer program. 1 passes to 3 on the wing and cuts through the lane to the opposite block. 2 diagonal cuts to the ball side block with 5. 4 replaces 1 at the top. As 3 reverses the ball to 4, 2 and 5 cross the lane to set a double screen for 1. 4 passes to 1 after he or she clears the double screen.
Here we go. Good. Get a nice little short corner jumper. Let's look at it against some defense. Here we go. Good.
Here's a 1-4 high set play for a post player. It was sent in to Winning Hoops by Chris Croft, the head men's coach at Martin Methodist College in Pulaski, Tennessee. Coach Croft is a member of the Winning Hoops editorial advisory board. From the 1-4 high set, 1 passes to 2 and makes a UCLA cut to the ball side low block off a screen set by 5. 3 cuts to the weak side block. 5 sets an on-the-ball screen for 2, who dribbles to the top of the key and passes to 4, popping out. 3 breaks across the lane and sets a back screen for 5, while 1 cuts from the low block to the ball side wing area behind the three-point line. 5 uses 3's back screen and cuts to the ball side low block. 4 passes to 1, who throws an entry pass to 5 in the low post. 5 works for a good post-up opportunity down low, looking for a high percentage shot.
There we go. Good. Try and get that 5-man open for a good post-up. Put some defense out here. Good. Wait on that. Good. Good job. There it is.
Here's a play with 2 options called thumbs up and thumbs down, submitted by Tony Davis, head coach at DeQueen High School in DeQueen, Arkansas. Thumbs up. 1 dribbles to the right side. 2 dives down to the low block and acts as if it's going to be a high-low game on the right side of the floor. 2 quickly cuts up to the foul line and sets a screen for 5, who rolls to the ball side block. 2 pops to the top, receives a pass from 1, and quickly reverses the ball to 4. 5 rolls with the ball movement to the ball side low block. 1 breaks to the top and sets a flare screen for 2, who cuts to the weak side. 4 looks to hit 5 in the post or throws a skip pass to 2 for an open three-pointer. Thumbs down. 1 dribbles to the right side. 2 cuts across the lane and goes through a double screen set by 3 and 4. 5 pops out to the top of the key, receives a pass from 1, and quickly swings the ball to 2. 4 breaks to the top of the key and sets a back screen for 5, who uses the screen and breaks to the ball side post. 1 cuts to the mid-post area and sets a screen for 3, breaking to the weak side corner. 1 looks to feed 5 in the post. If 5 isn't open for the post feed, 2 passes to 4, popping out to the top. 5 and 2 then set staggered screens for 1, breaking across the lane and cutting to the left wing area. 4 looks to 1 for the 3-point shot, or can swing the ball to 3 in the opposite corner for a 3-pointer.
Good. First look right here. Post up hard, nothing there. Quick reversal. We got our point guard going through, looking for a little short corner jumper. Good. Gives a little space for our point guard there.
Here's a 2-high man-to-man offense, submitted to Winning Hoops by Keith Siefkes, head coach at Beth Eden Baptist School in Denver, Colorado. 2 dribble enters to the right side. 5 sets up at the foul line, while 4 sets up at the right elbow. In the event that 2 can't go right, he or she dribbles left and moves to the left elbow. 2 dribbles to the right wing area, while 1 breaks down and cuts off a double screen set by 4 and 5. 5 follows 1 and goes to the ball side mid-post. 3 replaces 1 at the point and sets up for the ball reversal. 4 replaces 3. 2 looks to pass to 1 or 5. 2 passes to 3, who quickly reverses the ball with a pass to 4. When 4 has the ball, 2 uses 1 and 5 for a double screen and cuts across the lane, either under or over the top of the screen, depending on where the defense is playing. 5 follows 1 and sets up in the high post. 4 looks for 2 or 5 coming off the screen. 3 replaces 1. 4 now has the ball on the left side. The motion pattern continues in a similar manner as before. 5 is the only player who stays in the same position. Everyone else changes positions based on where they end up after the motion.
Okay, so we come off right hard, come off that double hard, nothing there, pop out, reversal, double stagger, boom, screen the screener looking for a jump shot. Okay, let's put some defense on them. Good, come across it hard. Good, we can always take that, reverse it, screen, go find him again, knock it down. Good.
Here's a box special sent in by Nathan Livesay, head coach at AC Flora High School in Columbia, South Carolina. This play is run out of a box set and uses screen the screener action to get a shot in the post or on the perimeter. Players set up in a box set with 4 and 5 at the elbows, while 2 and 3 set up at each low post block. 1 brings the ball up court. 4 pops up and sets an up screen for 1, who uses the screen and dribbles to the right. 3 cuts across the lane to the ball side and sets up behind the 3-point line. 2 breaks up to the opposite elbow and sets a screen for 5, who rolls to the opposite low post block. 4 screens the screener and 2 breaks to the top of the 3-point circle. 1 can feed 5 in the post, 2 for a quick jump shot, or hit 3 in the corner. If the pass goes to 3, he or she can either shoot a 3 or hit 5 in the post.
Screen off, we look for it, here we go, quickly off, look for a jump shot. Here we go, put some defense on us. Good. Get our big guys screening. We get a good look at the hoop. Knock it down.
This play is called Game Winner and was sent in by Dave Froman, the men's coach at Dickinson College in Carlisle, Pennsylvania. This quick hitter has a scoring option for each player, works best against a man-to-man defense, and has won many games for Coach Froman's teams. Players 1 and 4 execute the screen and roll initiated by 4's high ball screen. 2 stays in the ball side corner. 3 walks his or her defender toward the lane and cuts off 5's down screen. The 5 scoring options in order of frequency are 1 who can shoot a jumper off the screen or drive to the basket, 4 making a layup or taking a short jumper off the roll after screening, 2 shooting a corner jump shot, 5 ducking into the lane after setting the screen, or 3 who can shoot a jump shot off the screen from 5.
Excellent. Good. Okay, put some defense on it. Ooh, good roll. Right there.
This play is called Split Flare and was submitted by Von Reed, an advanced scout with the NBA's Orlando Magic in Orlando, Florida. 2 breaks hard to the left corner, then V-cuts back to the top, coming off a screen set by 5. 1 passes the ball to 4 at the left elbow and cuts off 3's screen, cutting to the right corner. After setting the screen, 3 rolls hard to the basket. 4 looks to pass to 2 on top for a quick jumper, 1 in the right corner for a 3-pointer, or 3 cutting hard to the basket for an easy layup. If the pass goes to 2 and 2 doesn't have a good look at the jump shot, then 5 rolls to the basket and sets a screen on the ball side low block for 3, who pops to the ball side corner looking for the quick catch and shoot opportunity.
Good. Look for that back door. We got him there. We don't like it. We got him there. Make a shot. There you go. All right, here we go.
This play is called Eastern, and it was sent in by Chris Kusnarek from St. Anthony High School in Effingham, Illinois. 1 passes to 2 on the wing. After the pass, a 1 cuts to the basket and posts up on the block or breaks to the corner. 3 cuts to the top of the key. 4 replaces 3. 2 passes to 1 in the corner, then breaks to the block for a post-up. If 2 isn't open, he or she slides across the lane and sets a cross screen for 5, cutting along the baseline toward the ball. 3 replaces 2, and 4 replaces 3 at the top of the key.
Come down, look at it hard, nothing there, bring it over. 2 V-cut to get open. Good, we get that good guard to post screen again. Here we go. Good.
This play is called Knicks by Layson Perkins, former coach at Cary High School in Cary, North Carolina. 1 dribbles to the right side as 5 screens down for 3, who pops up to the ball side elbow. 1 passes to 3. 4 sets a ball screen for 3, while 2 screens across for 5. 5 posts up on the opposite low block. 3 uses 4's screen and dribbles over the top into the left side of the floor. 3 looks to pass to 5 posting up, or 2 coming to the top off a screen set by 4 in the lane.
Box it up. Good, screen across. Good, we can take a look at that. If that's not there, we turn and we'll look for you for a jumper. Here we go. Good, come across it. Okay, traffic in there. We can open up a shooter and knock it down. That's a good look.
Arkansas by Jason Jones, basketball coach at Wetmore High School in Wetmore, Kansas. 1 has the ball on top, while 4 and 2 set up in a double stack on the right side low block. 5 sets up on the left low block, and 3 floats on the top on the right side. 3 breaks over and sets an on-the-ball screen for 1, who uses the screen and dribbles to the right. 4 and 2 break across the lane and set a double screen for 5, who uses the screen and curls to the ball side low post. 1 looks to enter the ball into 5 in the low post for a scoring opportunity. While that is happening, 3 breaks into the lane and sets a down screen for 2, who uses the screen and breaks to the top of the key. 4 clears to the weak side corner. 1 should look to hit 2 coming to the top off the screen-the-screener action for a 3-point shot. 1 should look to 5 as the first option and 2 as the second option. It's key that 5 cuts fast and posts up hard, calling for the ball. The defense will be so concerned with 5 that 2 almost always gets left open for the 3-pointer.
Good, get out of there. Looking for a 5. Good. Or we got the jumper. Good. Defense, come on out. Good.
Here's a quick hitter for a 3-pointer by Alan McCautry, a basketball coach from Melbourne, Australia. Lining up flat along the baseline, 1 signals and the ball side post player steps up to the elbow to set up in the high post position. 4 steps up high to receive the pass from 1. At the same time, 3 makes a dummy cut to the same position as 4 on the opposite side. As 4 receives the pass from 1, 2 steps out wide and 1 cuts hard off the screen by 5 and fills 2's position. 4 passes to 2 and sets a double screen with 5. 3 comes hard over the top to receive the pass from 2 for the shot. Coaching point: 3 can alternate this cut with a fake and then make a backdoor cut.
Good. Let's go through that with some defense here. Good.
Here's a post-isolation ISO play submitted by Brent Brannon, former basketball coach at Calhoun High School in Calhoun, Georgia. This set play is designed to isolate a post player in the low block or a guard or small forward who has the ability to post up. Out of a modified stack set, 4 and 5 down screen for 2 and 3. 1 passes to 3. After making the pass, 1 down screens for 2, who comes off the staggered screens by 4 and 1. If 2 has a clean look, he or she should take the shot. If no shot is taken by 2, then 1 should pop back out. 3 passes to 2, who reverses the ball to 1. 4 and 5 remain in post-up position on each block. As the ball is in the air on the pass from 2 to 1, 5 steps up and off the lane and sets a back screen on 3's defender. 4 also back screens for 3 to help isolate him or her on the ball side low block. 1 enters the ball into 3, who's coming off of 4's screen. 3 works for the shot on the post-up isolation move.
Good little stagger screen. Good. Put some defense on it here. Go 5 on 5. Good. Get that screen over here. Get that screen. Good. Short corner jumper.
This play is called UCLA and was sent in to Winning Hoops by Brad McGee, the head boys coach at Liberty High School in Mountain View, Missouri. play is run from a 1-4 high set with 4 and 5 at the elbows while 1 has the ball on top. 2 and 3 set up on the wings. 1 passes to 3 and cuts to the ball side low block off a screen set by 5 at the top. After setting the screen, 5 steps out and receives a pass from 3 on top. After making the pass, 3 breaks to the low block area and sets a down screen for 1. If the defense cheats, 1 can use 3's screen and call for a pass from 5 for a quick shot. On the weak side, 2 and 4 break down and set up a double screen on the weak side low block. If 1 doesn't get open to receive the pass, he or she will cut along the baseline, curl around the double screen set by 2 and 4, and flare to the weak side wing. 5 passes to 1 as 1 pops up to the weak side wing. As 5 is passing to 1, 3 breaks up and sets a back screen for 5. 5 uses the screen and rolls toward the basket looking for the lob pass from 1. If the lob isn't there, 5 fades out to the weak side corner, 3 steps out to receive a pass from 1. After making the pass, 1 breaks toward the basket and comes off a double screen set by 2 and 4 on the low block. 3 looks to hit 1 as 1 is cutting through the lane and to the basket. Here's a dual option 1-4 high set play sent in by Mac McCarthy, the former head men's coach at Virginia Commonwealth University in Richmond, Virginia. Dribble entry. 1 makes a dribble entry to the right wing while 2 cuts toward the basket and comes off a weak side block screen set by 5 and then clears all the way to the opposite wing area. 4 slides over and sets a cross screen for 3 cutting to the basket. 1 looks to hit 3 on the cut. 4 rolls to the top of the key after setting the screen. Option A. 1 passes to 4 while 3 slides over and sets a cross screen for 5, breaking over to the ball side low post. 4 passes back to 1 and breaks to set a down screen for 3, who pops up to the top of the key. 1 looks to pass to 5 in the low post, or to 3 popping free for a jump shot at the top of the key. Option B. 1 passes to 4, while 5 slides over and sets a cross screen for 3 cutting across the lane. 4 quickly swings the ball over to 2. 5 rolls to the top of the key. 2 can either shoot a 3-pointer, pass to 3 on the ball side low post, or hit 5 at the top of the key. Here's a play called Quick Hit, sent in by Nate Weber, the head boys coach at Nottingham High School in Hamilton, New Jersey. 1 dribbles to the shooting guard's side, while 2 screens for 5 on the baseline. If 5 isn't open, 3 and 4 set a double screen for 2 to come out to the top of the key for a shot. Here's a man-to-man play that's good for a jumper or an inside look. It was sent into Winning Hoops by Barry Parkhill, who is the Associate Director of Athletics for Development at the University of Virginia in Charlottesville, Virginia. In the example for this play, 2 is your best jump shooter and 3 will be your best post-up player. 1 dribbles to the wing. When 1 gets to the wing, 2 screens across for 3, who is 1's first option. As the block-to-block screen occurs, 4 and 5 set a double screen for 2. This play is called Flat, and it's run out of a 1-4 low set. It was sent in by Mark Zacher, the assistant women's coach at Mount St. Mary's College in Emmitsburg, Maryland. Run from a 1-4 low set, 1 enters the ball with a dribble to the wing area. On the dribble movement, 4 and 5 will both flash high to the elbows. 2 and 3 remain behind the three-point line in the corners. 3 cuts diagonally through to the lane and sets a screen for 4. 4 cuts hard off the screen and posts up on the ball side block. This cross screen should result in a good shot, particularly if the defenders switch. If the first scoring option isn't there, 3 and 5 will set a staggered double screen for the weak side guard, who flashes high looking for the pass from 1 and a quick shot. Here's a staggered stacks pop-up play sent in by Murray Arnold, who's the former head men's coach at Stetson University in DeLand, Florida. This play has several options. 1 dribbles down and passes to 2, who pops up to the middle. 2 can now pass to 1 on an alley-oop off 5's screen, 5 on the duck-in after a back screen for 1, or 3 coming off a screen set by 4. Quaker, sent in by Chris Endress, an assistant coach at Cardington Lincoln High School in Cardington, Ohio. This play is run out of a 4-out, 1-in set. 1 brings the ball up and dribbles to the right side. 2 comes from the top and sets a cross screen for 1, who uses the cross screen and dribbles left. As this is happening, 5 slides over to the opposite block. 1 looks to run a high-low game with 5 on the ball side low post. Meanwhile, 3 breaks up from the weak side at the foul line extended area and sets a back screen for 2. 2 uses 3's screen and rolls wide behind the three-point line on the weak side. 3 rolls back to the top of the key looking for the pass from 1. 1 can hit 3 at the top of the key, where 3 can shoot a jump shot or drive to the basket, or 1 can throw a skip pass to 2 for a three-pointer. Here's a 1-4 set play for a three-pointer sent in by Von Reed, who's an advanced scout for the NBA's Orlando Magic in Orlando, Florida. 1 passes to 2 and cuts toward the basket, breaking all the way through to the offside three-point corner. 2 dribbles into the baseline corner. Players 4 and 5 set a double staggered screen for 3, who comes across the top to receive a pass from 2. After receiving the pass from 2, 3 squares up and shoots the three-pointer. Here's a play called 1-4 high, sent in by Mike Valetti, head boys coach of the Michigan Mustangs AAU team in Farmington Hills, Michigan. Out of a 1-4 high set, 1 passes to 5. 4 sets a back screen for 3, who cuts to the basket looking for either a lob pass or regular pass from 5. If 3 doesn't get the pass, he or she breaks to the opposite corner. 5 dribbles toward 1, and 1 will go around him or her looking for a possible handoff. If 1 doesn't get the handoff, he or she should set a back pick for 2. 2 uses the pick and cuts to the basket looking for a lob pass or regular pass and goes all the way to the weak side corner. 4 sets a down screen for 2, who does a curl move to the hoop looking for a pass from 5. If 5 makes the pass to 2, 2 should look for 3 driving hard to the basket along the baseline. If 5 can't make the pass to 2, then he or she should try to hit 3 in the corner or kick it back out to 1 to set up another play. This play is called Chicago, and it can flow into your flex offense. And it was sent in by Dwayne Sigsbury, basketball coach of Woburn High School in Woburn, Massachusetts. This is an offensive set that gives you 4 great looks to score. The set ends up in the flex offense. This play is a great way to disguise your flex offense. Phase 1. 5 V-cuts to get open. 1 passes to 5 and cuts to the weak side block and sets a screen for 2, who uses the screen and pops up to the top of the key. 5 looks to pass to 3 on a shuffle cut. That's your first scoring option. If 3 isn't open, 5 looks for 4 for a quick three-pointer. That'll be your second scoring option. Phase 2. 1 sets a screen for 4, who makes a flex cut and goes through the lane. 5 looks for 4 on the flex cut. That's your third scoring option. 2 breaks and sets a down screen for 1, who pops back out to the top. 5 looks for 1 for a quick three-pointer. That would be your fourth scoring option on the play. Into the flex offense. If none of the scoring options are open, Your players are now set up in position for the flex offense, and they can begin the flex motion. Well, thanks for watching. You now have dozens and dozens of set plays to attack those stifling and tough man-to-man defenses. Now your playbook is loaded and you're ready to enjoy a championship season next season.